We had a little chat after I finished our shirt.
Well, good evening, everyone. Are you ready to get this show on the road? Sure. Cool. Yeah, well, we can start it off right. I'm going to say opportunity. You say kitchen. Can you do this? Opportunity. Kitchen. Oh, that was not bad at all. Can we do it 3 times fast? Opportunity. Kitchen. Opportunity. Kitchen. Opportunity. Kitchen. Oh, you're real good. Do you know the thing that we love about Opportunity Kitchen? We think it's aptly named. My team and I were real big fans of when preparation meets opportunity, success happens. And as we're celebrating our students tonight, we know that we're successful in the program. They're going to be successful in their life endeavors. I'd like to introduce you to some of our team. I'm just going to send it around the room with Sherry, starting right back there. Do me a favor, just holler out your name, what you do for us, and we'll just keep going that way.
Absolutely. Sherry Monty, I'm the Director of Human Resources for Columbia Ability Alliance. I'm Cheryl Miles, I'm the Financial Controller.
Kristen McElroy, I'm the new life skills specialist. Jim Parrott, Chief Financial Officer. Laura Rivera, Marketing.
Hi, I'm Libby Blushel, Director of Advancement.
Hello, I'm Sarah Howe, the Philanthropy Officer.
I'm Justin Saltz, Manager of the Federal Building, Opportunity Kitchen, and Mobile Landlord.
Oh, that's awesome. Is Beth still down here? Yeah! I like these people. Here we go. I'm glad you like them too. Well, we're excited to be here to celebrate with everybody tonight. You know, when students, I've got to ask you, was the program easy?
Was the program easy?
Was the program easy? No, you gotta work, right? You gotta work. I mean, that's the deal with everything in life that's worth getting after, right? If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. If everybody's doing it, it's got little value. But you work hard, you persevered. I'll tell you what, we persevered coming here to celebrate with you tonight. This is the 3rd time we booked this thing, right? I think we had a couple of students who were feeling unwell the first time we did it. So we tried to revisit it, I think, a week later. We had unwell students. Is everybody doing okay tonight? Yeah. That's good. I was just trying to figure out who to stay away from. But it sounds like we can all come together. So we're excited about this. But we are excited to celebrate your success. We look forward to hearing about your continued success. So stay in contact with us. Let us know how we can support you, but we'd love to hear what it is that you're up to. And families, we appreciate you being here tonight. You met Chef Derek, our executive training chef, moments ago. He's a man full of jokes. If you hadn't heard him before, you're going to need to ask him about him. Oh yeah, he's got a catalog of them. I think he's working his way to being able to tell how many. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is, yeah, that'd be a real treat for everybody here. But if you would, put your hands together for Chef Derek.
Well, thank you, Michael, and thank you to everyone from Columbia Ability Alliance that is here. I am remarkably funny. That's what I tell each class. I believe it, and I think that's the first step to just really succeeding with it. Now, I do like to create an incredibly fun environment. The kitchen, you know, it's a joyous place. There's so many things that we're doing with food. The students that are here and my staff, we're constantly learning. I'm a lifetime learner, and I want it to be fun and mostly tacky. You know, cheesy we cover cheesy, but you know, just a little bit of silliness is always good when we're learning new things. And they're all dad jokes, so they're all terrible. So I like them a lot. And when my favorite thing with a student, when I tell them a joke, they just go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. The look down, like, I can't believe this, but then they laugh very heartily later. What I'm going to do is just talk about each student, and then we're going to have everybody come up, and I'm going to present certificates. But I'm going to start with David, and I'm just going to talk about their experience, what I've seen. This is a chance to tell the families about the student. You know, they send them off every day. They were here for 3 months, from about 8:30 to 3, and these 3 students had a lot of experiences. And I was telling, there's a student that was going to enroll in our July program, and I was telling her, you're going to be participating in about 5,000 meals. And if you think about it, the time you spend here, to me it feels very quiet. I've been in operations that have just been flying, and here it feels very quaint, and we understand it, and I think we drive it a certain way. But students, when you're here, it's 5,000 meals basically. Get about 300 guests a week, 4 weeks out of the month, 3 months. So right there, you're in that zone. That's a significant thing to take part in. David, I'm going to start talking about you, but David spent a lot of time on the front end with us, spent a lot of time with customer engagement, really enjoyed that. But he also spent time in the back of the house, and plunging a side order 5,000 times is pretty significant, like I said. And we just spent a lot of time talking about food and working with it. And David was someone, he's had some other experiences, he's had some other learning opportunities, and he knew he really wanted to embrace this. And he talked to me about that, and I saw him really grab it and want to understand it and move it forward. He was a remarkable mentor. Every class I have, there's someone that rises up and is a mentor. And to be a mentor it's not something you run into life. I think, I want to mentor people. No, sometimes people come into your sphere and you just start to influence. And David did a beautiful job. We're in class talking about math concepts that not everyone could engage in quickly. But he said, Chef, is it okay? I've got another way to talk about that. I was like, certainly. And I don't know every single thing about food. I do know many, many things, many years of experience, but those moments where somebody else says, hey, I have a way that we can kind of work together on this. And it's another voice. My voice could be intimidating. It could, I don't know, the chef's asking me a question, I don't know. David was there to help us and to help the students understand those concepts. So that, kudos to you, David, for that component. To come here and learn and be new at this, and then be able to influence others is a remarkable thing. And the other things, David has, we talked, and I'm going to tell you a story about it, and it's just, it is something, we had a learning moment, and I'm happy to have an ability where I kind of understand a student, but David was in class and he just wasn't having the best day, and I go, well let's go talk, what's happening? And we sat down, and he wasn't real happy, and I go, well tell me what's going on? He goes, well, I had this campaign that just didn't go well. I go, aha, so you're a gamer. And I understood instantly that he was thinking about this encounter he'd had with friends, and he didn't like how it had been run, and he was just really bothered. And I said, well, hold on, we don't need to bring that in the door with us. Here, we're trying to put things together in a different field, but I totally get what you're saying. I understand. But I knew, and I played Dungeons and Dragons 100 years ago, but I knew, he goes, this campaign, I go, aha. And that makes me happy that I could take that moment with him and understand what exactly was happening. And we worked around it. And those are moments. Those are not terrible moments, but I just said, let's just put that aside and let's focus on what's important here. But I just want to say, to his family and to David and all of you, you did a remarkable job. You've completed this. You've grown. I know you want to continue to grow. You've added new skills for yourself. And you brought a lot of influence to people around you in this time. So thank you, David. And like I said, I'm going to speak about each student and bring everybody up. Next, I'd like to talk about Zachary. Zachary, just let's be clear, is a Seahawks fan, and we don't have to beat around the bush with that. But the one thing, he has a real joy for what he's participated in with sports. We talked a lot of football. I know he plays flag football, he plays basketball, and the time he's spent here, he's grown, and he came in with Cameron. They'd been in a transitions class together, so there was some familiarity. He knows another staff member, Christopher, who's also a previous student. So he knew a few people. But the main thing for Zachary is he's come in here and started to grow and learn. He's going to continue working on skills. He's going forward, I know, where he's looking at some type of work for himself. It may not be in the kitchen, but the time he spent here, he learned to be a collaborator with everyone. And we worked on concepts. He understood a lot of the concepts we were putting together, and everyone has to pass quizzes. They have to understand the vocabulary. They have to understand what we're really trying to do here. And Zachary did a wonderful job with that. He's going to continue to grow. And I know he's going to keep developing skills, but had a marvelous attitude, was really present, and just we would talk. And I've got stories about all of you. It's just so funny to go, Chef, can we talk about the Seahawks? They go, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to finish class. We'll just wrap up what we're talking about today. In the last 5 minutes, we'll talk about the game. He goes, okay, all right, we can get to that. But again, And, you know, I'm a football fan, and everything that we encounter as a group, we talk about. But that was one thing, you know, Zachary had a connection to the group because he had that joy about football. And I knew what he was involved with outside of class. And one thing that I had to talk to him about it, and I'm going to do this, and again, I'm not making fun of you, but I saw this a little bit. We'd be doing something, and I see this. I said, whoa, well, we're gonna have to stay focused. We're gonna have to stay focused on what we're doing today. But he was running through plays. He was thinking, I go, what's going on? He goes, I'm throwing some passes. I'm just thinking about Gino last night in the game. I was like, well, let's stay here. Let's focus on this. But again, you know, that is, you know, a passionate thing for him, and that he's going to be able to apply that to life. And those are things that make me smile. In the moment I go, oh, let's focus. But no, that's part of my experience, part of his experience with all of us. So thank you, Zachary. And I mean, Cameron, like I said, Cameron and Zachary had come from a transitions program together, and Cameron has a real interest in foods. And I want to tell you, you know, toot your horn just a little bit. I love to say that. I was like, this is about you. He's in his transitions class again, and I've been talking with his instructor. He's going to be doing some work at an elementary school in the kitchen. And, you know, I communicate, once the students finish, I continue to communicate with those participating in their journey. And I know he's going to continue working in the kitchen. He had such a beautiful attitude here. But the one thing, and I've just messed with him a little bit, we'd be talking, it was like, so I'm going to, I just got that over to France. No, we're going to have to be a lot louder than that. It's like, these tater tots. Like, you've got to go up and you have to say, tater tots, or, you know, wait, and it's so noisy. The hood is noisy, everything's noisy. But Cameron had a really soft voice. Like, what's going on? I just got to, you know, I'm going to talk to you. It's like, louder. And it was fun, and it was a way, again, to pull him out, not to push him through anything, but to pull him out, get that voice a little bigger so everyone could hear him, you know, because he and David spent a lot of time in the back of the house, working that fryer, working the orders and such. And again, thousands of plunges, and really enjoyed it. And, you know, the fun thing with Cameron is, he was a little quieter in the kitchen, but we get in the van to go somewhere, and he just was telling me story after story. He'd put his phone on, he had music going. And again, I create that mood for everyone. It's important that we're all who we want to be in those moments. But I do remember Cameron, when we go somewhere, he just opened up, and he had stories and stories for me, and that's good. That's what this space is about. But again, everyone, you know, participated together, had a wonderful time. And I just, each cohort is completely different. I think I'm on cohort 12, and I got 60, I think about 60, 65 students that maybe participated with me in this. And I keep building it, and I keep enjoying it, and each cohort has its own characteristics. So I'm going to call Krista up here in a moment, and we're going to present you with the document, you know, to show that you've completed this. But I just want everybody to take a moment, give a round of applause to these individuals and with their successful journey here at Opportunity Kitchen. So congratulations to you guys. And again, I'm going to have Krista come up. I always like, we're Batman and Robin in this program. We go back and forth. She is the program coordinator, and I want her to tell you just a little bit about what she does, and then we'll do the certificates. Thank you, Krista.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I was not fortunate enough to be the life skills teacher for the students this time. I am new to this position, but I know hearing from Chef how wonderful that they were, and the things that we do in the life skills is to just kind of help and support. Find out what issues there are in the kitchen, because as you can imagine, if you are now working with other people and all trying to learn new stuff, there's going to be some issues. So it's just to help add skills that can help support the students as they move into the next stage. And I tell you, if you were able to show up and you are able to put in your time, I mean, that's a lot to be proud of that you can handle whatever is coming next because you put in the time, you're moving forward. So I think that's amazing. So I just want to say good job to you.
Okay, now is the time. This makes it official. Okay, David, would you join us, please? So David has his certificate of completion for Opportunity Kitchen. Congratulations, David, on a job well done. This is your document now to kind of show the world the journey you've begun. So congratulations. And David, we have a bag here for you. There's something, I'm going to talk to you about one thing I put in there. I try to select a gift for the students, the individuality of the student, but there's some things you can use in the kitchen in here as well, okay? And this is yours. You just kind of wait right there. Okay, and I'm going to have Cameron join us up here. So Cameron has completed the certificate of completion for Opportunity Kitchen. So congratulations, Cameron. You know, this is part of your journey. And as I was saying, I know he's going to be working in a kitchen environment. He's going to continue to be working through transitions. And I'm just very excited to see where you'll go. So congratulations, Cameron. You want to keep that with you? You stay right up here with David. And Cameron, you know, he'd had some work that had to be done, so we couldn't do the original graduation, but I'd already been able to present something to Cameron. But it's good to have all three individuals here tonight and doing well, and feeling healthy. Zachary? Zachary Van Hout has a certificate of attendance. He's going to continue to work with a transition for himself into, I believe he's looking at some future work out in the community. But as I said, you know, these three were a cohort together, and Zachary was, just a very wonderful individual to have with this group, and I wish him well on future endeavors. And this is your certificate. Congratulations, Zachary. And this is for you as well.